Bible Shades, Bridging Fears, Survival Scrolls. Let's go. So family, today's topic is, how do you deal with your mental health? I'm going to broaden this. I'm not going to come from a medical viewpoint on this. This is just, I'm going to address the extremes first. You saw what happened in Buffalo. Some people may just write it off as, oh, that was just racism. And it was, because this young man picked a particular group. Then you have what happened in, Texas, I believe. Uvalde. And you have a young man out there that shot his grandmother. I don't know if she lived, but he shot his grandmother first. And he said he's going to go kill some people. And he killed some kids. He killed 17 kids, I believe. And 2 teachers. One of the teachers he looked at and he said, good night. And he shot her. Then we have the gentleman, I believe in Texas as well, who shot up a hospital, I believe killing 4 people. Now, those are the extremes, because he was pissed off with the way the doctor handled his back situation. Let's just go on the light version of mental, breakdown, health. Let's stick with health. I think that's easier. How do you deal with it, family? How are you able to deal? Okay, he's moving a little too fast. All right, Pippin, move. How are you able to deal with your mental health? Things creep up on you. Things grab you. Go this way. Get out of this. Yeah, it's a good thing I did that. And things will start to twist the knife. And next thing you know, you're having a full-fledged mental breakdown. How were you able to deal with it, family? How were you able to deal with that? It could be on a whole assortment of situations. I remember brought up Robin Williams, famous actor, and I'm bringing him up because he's human. A lot of money, fame, fantastic career, this, that, and the third, but he killed himself. Or someone that you may have known that, hurt themselves or something. I knew a man growing up. He was a family friend. His name escapes me. Maybe it's best if I don't say his name. And he had seen, forgive me, for those who are tuning in from abroad, from another country, who know of this individual. Ooh. Sorry about that, family. It's a new song, because this is a somber context, so I just thought I'd go with it. It's called Purple Beach. And he saw his father shotgun his mother and I believe brother or sister, just killing them. And he was coming after him, and he ran. And he escaped. Buckets of buckshots, that's the word I'm looking at. Buckets of buckshots, tearing around him. And he survived. But throughout those years later, he got married, and his wife was brutally beaten by him and his children. I don't know if they endured anything, but they were unfortunately privy to see his mental breakdown. And he was in and out of a particular hospital in New York City for many, many years. Nice guy. you know, I had one of my subscribers, one of my viewers, say to me, growing up, and she openly, just, you know, to give some context, she openly addressed me on an open forum on this platform, YouTube, to tell me of her sufferings growing up, being called ugly, less than, not worthy, so forth and so on. So that's why I'm taking the opportunity to bring this up, you know, and I thank her for being so transparent and real, you know. And she was honest enough to say, you know, I suffer with my own demons. What she does, I'm not going to go into details of it, but it helps. You know, I'm like, okay, cool. You know. So, what is your vice? And I don't mean vice in a bad way, because you think of the word vice, you think of it in some kind of, you know, unhealthy way. But what is your vice to deal with the everyday push and pull of life? You know, it could be something as simple as taking care of an elderly person that you are the sole provider and helper and aid. It takes a toll on you. When you're watching this robust person at one point age, as we all will, and you have to take care of them, and you're the only one doing it. Whew. Bringing tears to my eyes. My father, I love that man. We had a strained relationship, being transparent. We came back together a little bit more tighter. 2015, he had a stroke, heart attack stroke. Came out well, you know, thereafter. His arteries were clogged, constant abuse of smoking, cigarettes. It wasn't, you know, the other substances. It was his vice. Using it in a bad way. I'm not used to when this song ends, so forgive me, family. And I'm watching my father age. It's a lot to watch, you know. There's very much a lot to watch. But he's still got it going on. But that was a sidebar moment. For those of you that don't know what sidebar is, it's a term used in the legal term when two lawyers are conferring about a case and the judge says, you know, come on up here, sidebar, I need to talk to you privately. So, but yeah, family, what are your coping mechanisms besides the tropics? The enhancements, the aids, the medical marijuanas, the psychedelics, the this, the that, the you know, how do you deal? How do you cope? There's what got me to thinking about this was there's a gentleman that I watch. His name is Pastor Zach. Pastor.Zach. He's on TikTok. You should check out his channel. Very deep, very deep, very insightful. That's a big dude right there. Big. When you ever see some person, you're like, damn, that's a big motherfucker. Anyway, it just caught me up like, whoa, that's a big dude. I used to work with this guy at the sidebar for a quick second. This guy, his name was House. He was 7 feet, and you could stand in front of him. I'm not a tall guy, but I'm thick in my own way, and he literally would block you. Dude was big. House, that was his name. Something White. I can't remember his first name, but his last name was White. His brother suffered with mental illness. He was in Desert Storm, and he was honest with me. He went through a lot, what he's seen, and it had many times taken its toll on him. I knew of a relationship that he was in And it didn't go well for the young lady, you know. It's so weird. I should bring that up. Anyway, and let's bring this back. So this individual on TikTok, you see he's going through a lot, and he's crying a lot on his channel. He cries a lot. I think that there's someone that has left him. I don't know if they left this world, as in died, or maybe just they broke up. I'm not sure, and I'm not sure if he's an actual factual person of the cloth, even though he calls himself Pastor Zach. You know, there is a gentleman on Instagram, YouTube, who calls himself Pastor something, and he's not. He's just a guy that talks about relationships, so he ordained himself that name. So I don't know if this guy, you know, has a following or has some kind of church or, you know, thing of that nature. But he talks very earnestly about it, and, you know, there are days when he feels like he's going to die, and there are moments when it's just hard to even get out of bed. Just to get out of bed, to take one foot and put it over the other and get out of bed. It's challenging. And the anguish and the loneliness that he feels. And I'm sure many of you who are going through this in some form or fashion. And that is today's topic, family. Just to ask, you know, what are you doing? How do you cope? How are you dealing? What is your aid? For him, it's prayer. I knew someone a long time ago, called her irreparable. Sometimes I just wonder if maybe she just was suffering with something that she herself never recognized. So, it was wrong of me to say that. Yeah. Because you never know what's behind closed doors. You never know what's deep in the hearts and lurking in someone's life. You know? So, anyway, family, I just want you guys to ponder this. Yes, I know sometimes I may put up some funny stuff. A friend of mine, a very dear friend of mine, Mr. Daniels, made reference of, you know, me switching it up. Why? Because the world is heavy. But I will not stop to talk about those serious topics, family. I will not stop to talk about those things that affect every one of us. And if it's not affecting you directly, maybe indirectly with someone that you know or someone that you know of. You know, and you have discussions, or you may have to deal with it head on, you know. What are your and that's a challenge in and of that's a challenge in and of itself, of how to deal with that. So anyway, family, that's all I have for you today. Let us give thanks that we are 6 feet above ground and not below, and that those in our inner circle are in the same vein, family. It was a pleasure riding with you, and hopefully you riding with me. Please like, share, and subscribe. The only way the channel will grow is to like, share, and subscribe. The algorithm will start to see who I am. The algorithm will reach out. There will be more of a need. There will be more of a, let's listen to Bridging Fears. Let's listen to Bobby Shades. Let's see, because you know what? He's talking some ish that affects every one of us in some form, way, fashion. I mentioned those individuals that were on an extreme level that had done heinous acts. Why? Because of a mental breakdown. We are seeing the constant attack on civilians by other civilians over nothing. Over nothing. The world is upside down because the mental health of our society is skewed. And the only way that we can try to fix this is to come together, to have discussions, and to try to find some kind of remedy of some sort, or some aid, something. When someone's just walking and someone else just pushes you in the train tracks or punches you in the head, or like, come on. Any one of you could be a victim. Any one of you. Road rage, someone cuts you off, so you decide to shoot into it. I saw a woman shoot into a car with her kids in the car because she was pissed. She shot into a car. Hey, thank God they got a photo of this woman. shot into a car. Why? You that pissed? Is that serious? That's messed up. Some people, oh, that bitch is just wrong. Yeah, that's the easy answer, but why are we going to that extreme, family? Why are we going there now? Why is it this need to hurt, to maim, to kill, to fight, to, you know? We're going back in time. We're becoming savages. Every one of us. Let's try to curtail that. Anyway, my motto, my creed, my steed, my belief. Stay lovely. Stay sexy, but most of all, stay safe. Take care, family.